Hi, this is Ms. Serratis. In this video, I'm going to look at the budget project, the spreadsheet portion of it. So just to make sure that we're all on the same page, after you pick your project, what you need to do is type the headings. So attach a Google Sheet to your Google Classroom, and then you need to type in the first 4 rows that you see, and then go ahead and go shopping. So in the quantity column, you buy how many of each item you're going to buy. So I'm using the birthday party as my example. So I'm going to buy just one birthday cake. But however, when it comes to dinner plates, I need to buy 2 because I realize that each package of dinner plates comes with 8 of them. And so I'm going to need 16 plates that should cover for my entire party. So I need 2 packages. Under the cost per item is how much does it cost to buy one item. And then the rest of this has to be formulas. And these formulas cannot contain numbers. They all have cell references. So this is on the second half of the directions. It's on the back page of the handouts. It'd be the back page. Online, it's the second page. So make sure you read it carefully, but I'm going to walk you through it here quickly. So total before taxes is going to be quantity times cost per item. And notice I'm using cell references. And that makes sense because I'm going to be buying one item at $21.99, so it should be $21.99. And you might be like, Mr. Addis, why don't I just write $21.99? Because later on you might decide, you know what? I'm so great, I'm going to have 2 birthday cakes. And look at what happened. It changed my total. So it's important that you put everything as a formula. As far as tax rate is concerned, the Massachusetts tax rate is 6.25%. You need to write that as a decimal. 0.0625 is the decimal equivalent. And then you apply the percent style to make it look right. So that's the only number you'll be typing in. So taxes, what you need to do is multiply, so equal the total before taxes times the tax rate, equal D5 times D5. Hit enter. So my cake has $1.37 the taxes. If your number looks weird, maybe you have not enough decimals showing or too many decimals showing. So it's just the formatting. And the total is going to be the total before taxes plus taxes. So that would be D5 plus F5. So this cake, if I were to go in the grocery store and purchase it today, it would say $21.99 in the box, but I have to pay $23.36 because of taxes. So once I've done that, I've got my formula set up, and I just go ahead and fill handle it all the way down. So make sure that you do that. When I do a control tilde, and I will do this on your spreadsheet, I need to see all formulas, but you're not done. There's a couple of different cells that you need to also add. So kind of cheating, and I've already got this set up over here on the next sheet over so we can look at it. And you notice that I need to add some words: total cost, budget, over, under budget. So the total cost, this was just an auto sum, D5 through D19. So the file is kind of big, so you can't see the whole thing. But what I'm doing is I'm adding all the numbers in this column. So one more time, if I do the F2 key, I'm adding that. And I'm adding taxes. And I'm adding my total. And I just noticed that I made a mistake. So I'm glad I went back here. Because when it comes to paying taxes, the only exception is food and clothing. So if you buy food and you buy clothes, there's no tax. So I went ahead and I put 0. But so that should be 0 for that. Okay, no taxes on food or clothing. There's also a special exception for people who are buying houses. And I did talk to you guys personally. And if I did not, make sure we talk to each other. Houses don't pay regular sales tax. They pay real estate taxes, and they have a closing cost component. So remember, if you bought a house, make sure we talk about it. So now, if I go ahead and add this column up, I notice I spent $245.74. My budget is the dollar amount that I gave you to spend. Just type that number in. If you're doing the millionaire project, the number is going to be $1 million. If you're doing the bedroom project, it's going to be $5,000 or $2,500. If it's going to be the birthday party, you're going to type in $2,500. Now I've got to do one more formula, and this is to check to see if I'm over budget or under budget. Your answer should be negative, meaning that you are under budget. If it's in parentheses, then that means it's negative, it's under budget. If you don't see the parentheses, maybe you need to apply the currency style. See how it changes depending on how I apply it. So now I've got the negative sign. So I am $4 under budget. Go back to the directions and see if that's acceptable. And make sure that if it's not acceptable, spend more or spend less to adjust it. So this is basically, and then format it and make it look like the spreadsheet. I've got usually dollar signs on row 5 and no dollar signs and all the other numbers, and then dollar signs again at the end. So format it, look pretty. Some kids were asking me about making this column look nice. Just a reminder, I just went ahead and selected all of column 4. I did a bold. Then I came here to the horizontal alignment and I picked the center. I came here to the vertical alignment, I picked the center. I came here to the text wrapping and I picked the center. And once I applied all of that, that's how I made it look like that. So get your spreadsheet done, make sure it's in budget, and then watch the second video about the next part of this project. Make sure you're having fun with this.